And boom. Welcome back to the Fat Earth Comedy Cast. My name's Mo Fungus. We got episode 28 coming at you. We're doing Vacation Stories, part 1. I'm joined, as always, by Big Jimmy D.
Tiny Jim.
In my hand.
And we got Heavy Cream sitting over there. What's up, girl? You mixing it up?
Nothing. What? Sorry.
He was going with an extended intro.
What were you, I didn't know you were going. What were you going for?
Just a little new taster.
Heavy Cream mixing it up into whipped cream.
That's how we start. We know if we're getting curdled milk on the beginning of the episode, we're going to have a good one.
Yeah.
It's confusing, folks. That is her nickname, okay? It took me a show, too, to get with it, but it's ahead of the curve. It's futuristic. And within 10 years, you're going to look back and go, that shit was fucking state-of-the-art, but...
It makes perfect sense if you see it.
Yeah. Plus, she loves herself a couple car bombs. We got Heavy Cream over there, and we're going to start with a nice story from her.
All right. My best vacation story. I was 19 years old, just going on 20.
Check one.
Check one. So I was not even a full human yet. And I had just started dating my ex-boyfriend. And still, I can be very timid around certain people and very outgoing around, other people. Around his family, I was like super shy and nervous. Like I just like couldn't have a conversation with them. But we were dating for like 2 months or so, and they invited me with them to Put-in-Bay via boat, obviously.
Beautiful.
Yeah, on their mini yacht. And this is the first time that I was going to meet his sister's boyfriend, his brother, and his brother's girlfriend. And I was going to be like staying with all of them on this boat.
They're all from Michigan, I take it?
Grosse Pointe. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, yes. And they're all older. And so I'm like super nervous about even going and, 19 years old. But anyway, so one day we all went and we were like, there's no cars on Putin Island, obviously. So we had to rent these like, what do you call it?
Scooters.
Like a motorbike or whatever.
Yeah.
And his parents weren't there, but it was everyone else. And everyone gets theirs and there's like hundreds of people outside. It's like in the middle of summer, that's where everyone goes, and there's just people everywhere, right?
There he is. He's hovering over Put-in-Bay, folks.
That's right. Okay, so just imagine a ton of people outside, and I start my bike, and they like showed us how to do it, and I like went like that to start it, and it just flew up. And I like went running after it. I almost took someone's arm off, and all these people are looking at me. Someone was like, "Does she have a license?" And like, it was seriously the most embarrassing thing I'd ever experienced in my entire life.
Do you
like,
need a license for those?
Probably. I don't know, but it wasn't my fault. It was a dysfunctional motorbike, okay?
That
was
your
the thing.
fault. We know that.
No, listen. So my boyfriend was an asshole and was like, "Ha, idiot," and like laughed at me. And then he got on the bike and the exact same thing happened. And I felt so much better after that. Like it made me feel
That's a relationship
validated.
built to last, ladies and gentlemen, when they can
that
just wreak fucking happiness in the other's misfortunes.
Oh yeah,
that's the first sign of a good relationship.
Yeah.
Did the guy that asked if you had a license live, which I can so picture society just...
Oh my God, it was so embarrassing.
Does she even have a license? Then you're
this young
idiot.
Look at this young dumb girl, like almost like taking someone's arm off. Like everyone's just watching. I was mortified. His older brother and sister right there with their, their boyfriend and girlfriend. I wanted to crawl into a hole. And
how much older are the brother and sister?
His brother's Chris's age, so 30.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So, and then his sister was older.
There's nothing to worry about with those guys. They're pretty laid back, aren't they?
No, but when I was 19 years old,
I hear you.
And very unsure of myself and like just very timid and nervous. Staying with this family for the first time. It it was quite the experience. It was
When
very.
you're on a boat, there's nowhere to escape.
No, right? Yeah, I seriously wanted to dig a hole and crawl. And like all the people that saw me, I'm like, they're gonna remember my face. They're gonna see me on this island, and I'm gonna be that girl. People probably still talk about it.
What if, and we got a picture of your boyfriend in the background here doing it shortly after.
That's exactly him. Yeah.
I literally think he's going idiot, right? He goes, idiot.
I was so happy that he did that because he was being a dick. You know?
He broke the ice. Yeah, karma's a bitch, and it struck him right upside the noggin.
Instant karma, and I needed that. I was like, thank you.
He was a goofy cat from what I remember anyway.
Yeah.
Are you laying on the ground so I can picture this better? Are you laying on the ground when you get called an idiot?
I was just probably frozen and just mortified. I probably looked like a deer in the headlights. I was just like so embarrassed. I felt so much shame. But it was a functional bike, okay? It wasn't me.
I've seen fucking badass kids that kids that think they're badasses do that with motorcycles all the time.
Yeah, that's what happened though. Yeah. Like I was doing popping a wheelie and I was running after it like crazy. It was crazy. It was so bad.
So did you have to pay for the damages or?
No, it was their fault. Their bike was freaking messed up.
Well, I didn't have you say that they admitted that, or what was the deal?
It was a faulty freaking bike. There's something wrong with it.
It probably happens more often than you think too.
Yeah.
They probably don't even care. Probably
drop. But I'm the one that looks like the asshole, you know.
Well, so that's day one. That's like day 1, minute 1. You're meeting his folks, basically. Like you get there.
Yeah, that was like the first probably day that we were there. The first time we all like went out together, hang out. Yeah, that was fun.
If anything, it was a good icebreaker.
No, I was gonna say it was. Everyone just like felt so bad, and they were really nice about it, and we all just like laughed about it, and it ended up being a good story. So it all worked out. Plus, he looked like a dick too. So.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, karma bit him.
Yeah.
I like this guy though, calling it how it is right away.
Yeah, he was laughing at me. He didn't have my back.
He goes, idiot.
Yeah, well,
shit! Something's wrong with these bikes.
I was just watching Hot Rod.
With these bikes, guys.
I literally just watched Hot Rod before we did this.
Oh my gosh, when he's tumbling down.
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh man.
That movie's out there.
That what's it? Footloose. Scene.
Yeah.
It's so great.
His fans are his friends are running towards him because he's most likely dead. I love Chris Parnell, man. He's fucking hilarious.
I know. All right.
So that's the story?
That's it. That's all that's coming up right now. But there's more, obviously. But why does it?
Well, how let me say, is there more on that same trip that was pretty wacky?
Yeah, we did some like that lighthouse. Did you see a picture of that lighthouse?
Yeah.
What is this, haunted or something?
We hung out outside there at night. Couple of teenagers.
Yeah, there she is.
If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Do you get to climb up there, or what is?
No.
It's pretty much locked down, right? Is it still in use? Does it still shoot out a light?
What do you mean? Because we're teenagers. What'd you do there? Did you smoke bud? Did you drink?
We had sex outside.
Oh Jesus! Okay, there you go.
Oh boys, ladies and so the night before it was called In Bay. After this night, they added the put.
The old in and out.
The origin, yes, yeah. So
we were teenagers. I like this guy. This guy goes, teenagers are supposed to be banging outdoors underneath the lighthouses, and you're an idiot.
Yeah, we didn't have anywhere to go. We were sharing a boat, and he was a little bit older, but I was just turning 20, so I couldn't go to the bars. So we were like going to the park, smoking weed and shit. And then someone said that Kid Rock was there while we were there, but we never saw him.
There.
Is he? That makes sense.
What about what brought you guys there? Did you say it was a regatta, or you guys were just going out on a boat ride? That's in Canada? Is that correct?
No, it's in Ohio.
Ohio.
Famous spot that people just go to party. They just take their boats and just get fucking drunk. It's like a bunch of gross pointers, basically.
Yeah, my buddy used to go there all the time, but he was a big boat guy. I think a lot of the people from the gross
I've
pointers.
heard of it a bunch. I just not. Yeah. And I may have even been. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I haven't.
You might have been conceived there from what we're hearing about.
My dad's not a boater.
Yeah.
Is he a lighthouse man though? That's the question.
Yeah.
He does like casual teenage sex outside of lighthouses. So.
I can't believe I said that.
Well, we'll bleep it out.
Don't worry, nobody watches this thing, so it's
right.
I'm glad we're busting our fucking
grace.
It's actually more of a secret now since you said something.
But you know what, guys? We're not doing it for the views.
I kind of had the
passion.
I had the feeling.
Well, Kevin pried it. Yeah, Kevin really knows. He's a good director, and he knows when to pry that life juice out of you.
That life juice, that lighthouse juice.
What are you talking here? You smoking weed or what? Whoa! Holy shit!
So speaking of big fucking hard structures, why don't we flip on over to DC?
What, Big Jimbo?
Yeah.
Tiny Jim, Big Jim.
They have the original hard structure.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Honored into a real situation myself. Was visiting my sister. She was in DC, and I tell my mom on this road trip we're driving there. You know, I think I just want to travel around America once a month delivering weed. I think that'll be my new life goal. My mom's like, you're crazy.
Sounds.
We get there, you know, we're there a couple days. My sister's in this cool zone, but like little apartment. You got a little cantina down the street there, a little Mexican watering hole I walk to by myself, start having some tequilas, call my mom and sister up. I'm like, you got to come down here. I'm like, this place is fun as hell. And they're like, whoa, we don't really go. It's only a block from my sister's apartment, okay? But this was a whole nother world, I found out. And they come down, we're having tequila and shit. This dude butts up next to me at the bar, and he's just shooting the shit with me. Pretty broken English. But, and his two buddies speak zero English, at least that's what I'm being told. And I go, we're getting real comfortable. I'm having shots. I'm there with him for like an hour and a half. This dude picks up our bar tab at that point and our dinner tab.
That's what's good. Okay.
$200 or something. This guy, it's not me. I'm like, whoa. I go, okay. He goes, let's party, dude. He goes, you like to party? I'm like, what are we talking? He goes, maybe Coke, maybe weed. I go, definitely. I do like both of those. And he's like, all right. He's like, why don't you come party with me tonight? I'm like, dude, fuck yeah, bro. I love this place. So this is a great fucking place. Hey, dude, you know anybody that wants to buy 5 pounds of weed a month? And he goes, yeah. Actually, you want to do that? I go, yeah, I'm going to drive here once a month. I'll bring 5 pounds. He goes, I got someone that'll probably buy more than that. I'm like, well, I don't know if I'm going to get more than that. I don't know if I'm going to get more than that, but
wait,
right. I go, holy shit.
What year is this? What year is this?
2010.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
And no. Good call. Way to put it in reference.
Just for reference, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he goes, let's go. You know, it's getting later. I've been at this like place having tequila and drinks for like 3.5 hours. Okay, so it's getting like 10 o'clock. He's like, let's go to the club. We can meet my buddy and shit. I'm like, all right. Again, in very broken English. So we wander down the street, and there's this unmarked building. While we're walking there, though, he goes, we own all this. And I go, what does that mean? He goes, well, we own this whole block. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, you guys own every building? I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
Are you starting to get the idea? You're not.
No, he's kind of got a buzz going. He's flowing.
I was definitely buzzed. I was like starting to smell a little awkwardness. And I go, well,
yeah.
And he mentioned, I don't remember what drug it was. It might have been heroin, crack, something. He mentioned a drug at some point just in passing where I was like, whoa, no, dude. I remember it caught me severely off guard. Like, I said yes first two, dude. You're really seeing how far you can push me, huh? Nope, don't want that.
Yeah, he started bullying into the conversation.
So he goes, let's go meet my buddy. He goes, let's walk in this unmarked building right here. I go, okay, dumbass. Okay.
Sounds walk like a great plan.
The windows are all spray painted, but we open up the door and there's like a poker table with about 6 guys around it, a bar that's got like a couple lights, neon lights going and stuff, and a bartender. And it's pretty wide, like, think of like old school Irish pub. Like it kind of has this little, but it's small, but it has this feeling. And I'm like, what the fuck? I go, holy shit. He goes, yeah, this is our private club. I'm like, holy shit. Okay, sweet. We're at the private club. He goes, and then here's where I start to literally go, what the fuck is going on? He goes, you think the bartender's hot? We were just watching the door. I'm like, yeah, dude, she's cute as hell, Latino girl. He goes, you want to fuck her? I go, I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm tight right now. I'm like, what are we doing? I'm like, are we doing coke or weed or what are we? He's like, no, drinks first. I'm like, kind of drunk. Okay. So then we walk over by the poker table. All this Spanish or Mexican or Spanish, I believe, right, is being spoken. I go, what the fuck? And this big dude just, I mean, I'm talking about, I'm just standing there. I'm saying hi, but nobody's responding. And I'm getting these nasty looks. It feels like at a nail parlor where you don't understand what they're saying, but you're like,
fuck yeah. You know that they're
shit.
They're like talking shit or something.
Yeah, they're not saying nice nails.
The joke's on me.
So this big dude walks out. On the poker table is a bunch of cash, and there's no chips. There's literally just piles of cash like this, and about 4 guns, handguns. This dude walks out of this door, never seen. 2 seconds this happens, right? Walks out of the door, grabs a handgun, puts it in my mouth, and forces me down to my knees. I go, doof. And literally I'm thinking as we drop, I go, this dude's breaking my fucking teeth that we spent all this money on. I remember like I'm supposed to be having my light flash before my eyes, but I go,
it's the orthodontics.
Yes, I go, mother, dude, because it hurt like a son of a bitch. Like the metal, the shock of what just happened, and the force of this dude pushing on my lower jaw. Oh, it was. I go just down to my knees. He goes, give me your wallet. I take out my wallet. I give him. He goes, give me your license. I give him my license. He goes, and this guy spoke the best English out of all of them. Okay, looked mega Latino, Mexican, but spoke very good English and like very clear. And now I go in my head, this dude's the fucking Don now. Now I just got introduced to the Don.
Oh.
So he goes, I have your license. I will kill your entire family. What are you doing? My guy tells me you want to sell weed. I said, well. And he actually picks me up at this point, I'm like saying like this, and he pulls the gun out of my mouth. It's like,
wait, the big guy was the henchman, or the big guy was the Don?
He was the Don.
The guy was the Don. Yeah.
Well, at least he did his own dirty work. We got to give him that.
At least he spoke English.
I sit at the table. They're playing poker. These guys had gotten up, okay, and they're just standing against the wall, and we're just looking face to face, and it's just him and I at this table. And he goes, "You'll bring me 25 pounds a month." And he goes like that, and this dude brings him a duffel bag, and he throws the duffel bag at the front of me. And I said, I can't do 25 pounds a month. I said, that's too much. He goes, open that up. That's your first payment. And I open this thing up, and I don't know how much cash, he never said, but it's just a shitload of cash and banded up. And he goes, take that tonight. That's your first order. Be back here in 2 weeks, like you said, but it's 25 pounds a month. And that's how much you have to bring. And I'm like, I literally get in my head. I go, if I don't just say yes to this, I'm a dead man. I go, all right. I go, it's going to be very hard for me to come up with that weight. He goes, you'll do it. And I said, but I'm not taking this money tonight. I said, what am I supposed to do with this shit right now? I said, I'm not taking this tonight. This is too. He goes, we own everything. You take that. I go, dude, I'm not. Hold this. I toss it to him. He tosses it back. I said, well, keep it here and let's go fucking out. I'm literally racing now. My mind's racing. How do I get out of this? So I go, well, let's leave the loot here. Let's go. I should say at the first restaurant we were at, we were talking to the chef, which was an older lady that plays a role later. We go down the street to this club. It's about 10:30. We're walking in. The bouncer's about 7 foot. I'll try to cut this story fast.
Oh, no.
We're walking.
I'm intrigued.
The bouncer's about 7 foot white dude. Okay. Only white dude I've seen in a minute. And there's a couple bouncers, but this dude in particular was making me take off my shirt, made everybody in the group take off their shirt, like full blown pat downs. I'm like, what the fuck are we going into? He goes, don't worry, I own it. I said, okay. That's the story of the whole night. They own the whole fucking block. Okay. So
the
guy stops me, and as he's patting me down, he goes, who are you? And I said, what? I said, what are you talking about? He goes, okay, you're white, and you're in the middle of a block that I don't think you have any idea if you know what you're into. He goes, I just want to know who you are. I go, I'm James Marchetti. He goes, okay, I don't fucking know what that means. He goes, either you're the most, let me tell you this right now, either you're the most powerful man in America or you're a dead man in an hour. And I said, what the fuck am I dealing with? He goes, this is straight up MS-13. This is their whole block. I'm an off-duty cop. I bounce at night, and I have never seen a white man pass these doors that walks out these doors. I go, the fuck, dude? I go, you got to get me out of here. I go, I'm fucking severely. I go, I'm fucking getting pat down. I was doing very good at not panicking, but I'm getting pat down. You got to get me out of here.
The tequila helped with that, right?
He's talking right here, you know. And he goes, I can't help. They'll kill me. He goes, they'll literally kill me in the middle of the street. They know I'm a cop. They would kill me. I said, what the fuck, dude? He goes, just play it cool. Get your moment. That's when you got to go. You got to play it cool. I said,
let me interrupt here. Washington, D.C. has some of the worst fucking crime.
It's ghetto.
It's worse than Detroit, I'm pretty sure.
It's ghetto.
100%. And the gangs are pretty, there's some good gang territory there. I didn't know this, but I did a little bit of research after, found out what the I didn't even know. I literally, when he said MS-13, I know now. I had no clue what that was.
Yeah.
Okay, just, so I said, what is that? He goes, it's a gang. That's how naive I was wandering into this.
Yeah, I'd be like, is that Slim Shady's side project? What is that?
But doors open. I want to continue here.
White man to
go ahead. Those
doors.
The doors open, or he lets us in, and I'm talking about, I'm in an okay outfit, but not like classy that much, just kind of like what I'm wearing now, like a hoodie or something. I'm talking about every Mexican's in a tux, a fucking blown out zoot suit. There's a 14-piece band going ape shit. I'm talking about, I go, oh my God, this place is sick as fuck. He goes, you're with me tonight. And he looks around this whole place. I'm talking about just sardine packed. And he's like, he's with me. All these guys are coming up to me that don't speak English. I'm talking about the nastiest of looks right in my face. Everywhere, dude. So I'm walking. I go to the bar with this guy. Buys me a drink. Now I'm actually pretending to drink them and throwing them in the corner the second I see a chance. So I actually stop drinking.
Keep your wits. Good. Smart.
Yep. So he takes my cell phone from me. He goes, I got to keep your cell phone. I said, what, dude? All right. So I give him my cell phone. So now it's just me. I'm wandering around with a couple of his cronies seem to be following me. And I'm just like using the pisser, doing this, blah, blah, blah. About an hour goes by. I pretend to have a couple more drinks with them. And I go, can I use my cell phone to call my girlfriend? And he said, okay, I'll come with you. And I go outside, and that's when I was kind of telling a baby part of the story the other night. I called Ashley. This is one of the things I love about her. She knew right away what I'd gotten myself into. And I'm telling her very quickly, but kind of coded, because this dude's a foot from me. And she goes, let me talk to him. And she goes, my ex-boyfriend used to sell drugs too and got fucking caught by the cartel, Mexican involvement of some sort.
You wanted to talk to them?
Yeah, she got on the phone with this guy.
That's a lady.
That's a ride or die bitch right there.
I get on she gets the phone. She goes, okay, they're going to kill you. You have to get the fuck out of there. And I go, holy shit, you guys just spoke in Spanish. She goes, I understand a little bit. I said, okay. I go, well, you're the second person within an hour to tell me that. I go, I really got to get the fuck out of here. I don't know.
Why is he treating you so nice? He trying to prime the fucking goat so it doesn't secrete the bad juju into the meat? What's going on there?
I don't know why.
Trying
what?
to pump the adrenaline? Or
for some animals, they try and make them really happy before they kill them, because when animals know they're gonna die, they secrete weird toxins.
Dude, I read about what MS-13 does. Okay, so at the actual bar when we were all there as a family, this dude was begging me to have my mom and sister come. I go, my mom and sister don't come on my drug deals. I insisted I'm talking about an hour and a half. This dude begged. When I did research on MS-13, they rape women and cut their face so bad they don't kill them. They cut their face so bad so nobody wants to fuck them ever again.
What's the deal with these guys? Are we going to get attacked for putting this out today?
What they were going to put me through, I don't even know. I don't think I would have died in a night. It was not going to be just a gunshot to the head, dude. They were literally, these pack of wolves were, you should have seen these looks. I cannot explain at all how you end up, it's like this ghost story. Once it's in your head, I'm looking at everyone, I'm like, holy, they just all want to kill me, dude. They
You're
just
like
hate
the outsider.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was mad racism. So I literally tell Ashley, I got to get a hold of my mom. I got to tell my fucking mom I'm in trouble here. I told her. So somehow with my phone, while this guy's right there, I end up texting my mom very quickly when I hang up the phone. And he's like, are you done? And I'm like, 1 second. And I text my mom, I'm in trouble. You got to come get me. And that's pretty much it. And so fast forward.
That's it.
About 45 minutes. I'm bullshitting around. We had more drinks. I pretended to. I remember I threw him by the bathroom in this tree, like this ficus thing there. Get back outside. I'm having another cigarette, and I'm just waiting. And my mom calls my phone from Bluetooth in my sister's car. My sister's driving. My mom's there, and this guy hands me and goes, I think it's your mom or something. I'm like, oh, I can't believe this guy's let me talk to her. Okay, cool. What's up? And she goes, I'm in the car right now, and I went and picked up that chef that was at the restaurant we first ate at. And I go, what? I go, that dude told me that. I go, the big dude that had the gun in my mouth told me that's his fucking wife. I go, what do you mean you went and got his wife? He goes, I don't know. She goes, I don't know. She's in the car. I go, you're on Bluetooth right now? I go, oh my God, she can fucking hear me. I go, you fucking nut. I go, these people are going to fucking kill me. What are you doing? She's like, I'm on my way right now. Just come outside of the club that you told me you're at. Run outside. I'm like, I'm already outside. And literally as this is going on.
Wait a minute.
Like,
how were you outside? Hold on. Reverse. How did you get outside?
To have another cigarette. When I went to have another cigarette, that guy came with me. I kept doing that, okay? That was my way to go in and out. I don't think you could smoke in this club, even though most clubs back then, or maybe it was just D.C.
Yeah, these
DC
people kill and rape, but they won't let you smoke inside.
Yeah.
They're gonna stick to their fucking their guns here.
As and as I'm on the phone, this pack starts building around me of like 10 to 12. And I don't understand anything they're saying. They're getting more and more loud, and whatever they're saying sounds worse and worse.
Not nice.
It sounds bad in English. It sounds even worse in Spanish.
Yeah, right.
See my sister's Jetta pull up at the front, and I literally look through this pack. I literally go boom, 2 steps, jump, and run, and my mom just climbs out of the front passenger seat, walks around, opens the door, and grabs this woman that was, I know her as the chef. This is when I learned that from the first restaurant. Guy goes, what the fuck are you doing with my wife? I'm running towards the Jetta. My mom goes, give me my son back and you can have your wife back. We're Italians from Detroit, and go fuck yourself. Don't ever fuck with us again. And tosses this woman towards us. She's like straggling towards. My mom goes, get in the fucking car. We're going. And I literally like, holy shit, they go badass. And I get in and fucking shut the door. My sister is furious and just peels off. And she was so mad at me that they were going to find where she lived and all this. My mom goes, they ain't fucking with you again. But my sister was fucking pissed off. And that was my run-in. That was my vacation to DC and the run-in with MS-13.
Can I buy the rights to that story?
I know, right? I got interviewed by this news reporter, and she was doing a report on MS-13 in Florida a year ago. And my mom goes, oh my God, you got to tell your story. And I go, I'm not fucking with that tonight. And my mom goes, my son ran into MS-13 one night.
Oh my God. Were you on the news?
God, what? Yeah, it was on her.
So funny.
We gotta find that broadcast.
I was liquored too, dude. I got a big glass of wine. I go, shout outs to my sister, love her to death. Like I was on.
That is like the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It was a wild stupidity.
I can only imagine.
On the drive home, I promised my mom I wasn't getting into the delivery weed business, and that was that.
Then he never smoked weed again.
There he is, right there. Everything happens for a reason, though.
Right, you learned.
Wild night. At about. So as this dude was picking me up with the gun, and he's holding it on the top of my teeth, and he's pulling me up, I had a baby glimpse, like right there, like the split second before I started getting up, where I had that experience where your wife does flash before your eyes, because I literally thought this dude was going to pull the trigger. I had actually had a gun to my head prior to for something else, but
yeah, a little turd popped out of your pant leg too.
No, I didn't piss. I was super.
You didn't shit yourself.
My best friend died when I was 17, and I've always and my stepdad then, like 6 months later, my soon-to-be stepdad, my mom was engaged. I was ready after that. Like I want to live as absolutely long as I possibly can, but I also am relevant that it's all good days, but you don't know how many of them you have, right? So, but it's a split second. It's a movie thing. Your life flashes before your eyes real quickly, just like. But
it's not what you think it is, because I've had that happen too.
Feels like an hour.
Have you?
Yeah, in the river, which is my story. But I think we're going to save that for part 2. We're going to wrap it up. This is part 1. We're going to have part 2 coming at you.
I've got more too.
Everybody have a good one. This is Fat Earth, and we're coming at you again tomorrow. Peace.